The following program features activities performed either by experienced urban explorers or under the supervision of a professional building inspector. Accordingly, ADV-TV and its producers must insist that no one attempt to recreate or reenact any explore or adventure performed within this program.
Put the boom back in the boom back with a pre-bling rack.
All right, welcome to ADV TV. I'm Brian. I'm here with Derek. Hello. And Andy.
Hello.
And this weekend, Derek went to the beach, and Andy and I stayed in Cleveland and went exploring with Marco and John, some local urban explorers. And we're going to show you the places we went and things we did, and they're really cool to hang out with, and I look forward to presenting this episode of ADV TV to you from Cleveland.
Dono and I have a rule, and we don't break in, number one. If there has to be an open door or a large window that both of us can fit through, usually there's no door. And sometimes there's doors that have been opened up by bums or just damaged, and we'll go in. But if it's locked, we're not going to bring in 40-foot ladders. We're not going to bring bolt cutters. That's vandalism. But if it's open, we're in. And there's a lot of places that are open, and they may be abandoned, they may not be abandoned. A lot of times they're still owned by other companies.
Sure. You know? Yeah, there's still a landlord somewhere.
Yeah. The reason I got into it. Are you done?
No, go ahead. Yeah, Mike.
The reason I got into it is ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to work on buildings, and so I was always a high-rise building inspector and a home inspector. So for 30 years, that's all I've been doing is inspecting buildings and problems. And now I see that, you know, our country's being transformed, and you know, with all the outsourcing, you know, with NAFTA and all that, a lot of our gross national product is gone now. I mean, we still have like fast food and stuff like that, but all the industry is gone, and all these buildings now, they're just dinosaurs, and they're trying to tear them down. And you know, they're trying to find funds to tear them down. And Jono and I really want to go in and kind of taste the moment and see how these buildings were. Obviously, they're deteriorated and they're going to be gone, and no one's ever going to see them again. And so, for me, it's to document history, to go into places I've never seen before, and also see the transformation of America, because America is transforming right in front of our eyes. You know, we're losing our industry. And all these big buildings are no longer sustainable, and they're tearing them down, and John and I are just trying to get the last hit, you know, the last taste of the moment of the dream, what do you want to call it?
It was part of the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah, the Industrial Revolution.
You know, you go in these buildings that are 150 years old or so, and, you know, this is when, you know, America was at its strong point. You know, it took blood, sweat, and tears to make these buildings, the sacrifice people did. They came to this country to start a new life. Bricklayers, you know, industrialists. You know, everybody worked together. The sound keeps moving around from point to point to point in the neighborhood. I'm like, Marco, these guys are calling each other, and he doesn't believe me. I'm like, dude, we're in gang territory, and that's what happened. Is these gangbangers are calling out to wherever they're at, just like the Native Americans did. You know, bird call here, here, here. They're not doing smoke signals, but they're whistling and chirping.
They're making noise. Yeah.
So all of a sudden, I see three guys walking towards us. I'm like, Marco, we gotta get out of here. He's like, nah, we don't have to get out of here. All of a sudden, they start approaching the van. I'm like, dude,
Time to
go. And these gangbangers came up to us and were like, yo, what's up? And it's just like, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah,
we talked our way out of it.
We still like the water. We're here to check out the water because it was coming out of the building. It was just pouring out of this building. And what we found out was this whole block had these 4-story, 40-unit buildings. We're talking a quarter mile, like 10 or 20 of these things. These, we call them Slim Shadys. They lived in these buildings, and I think they owned, each one owned the top floor. because when we were in
Right.
one of the buildings, I was up taking photos. Jono was down getting the water, and all of a sudden these dogs started barking and coming at me. And they came out of a room upstairs. Now, that's when we got out of that one building, and so
they
we're
were
a little more
living up there.
we're a little more careful about dogs now, right?
Right. And you got your repellent?
Oh no, I left it in the car.
Yeah, we won't need it here.
Damn.
Famous last words. We've got 4 people, so
That's what I was figuring. 4 people,
Now,
not
if
up
you're
to no
looking for
good.
the-
Right.
If you're looking for the Westinghouse sign, later on, you keep walking, you'll see it on the building.
Okay.
John, it's a brand new lunchbox. Oh, take it. I don't pack a lunch. You pack a lunch.
nah.
What do you know about this building? Just like casual, you have any casual knowledge of it?
The different companies that had, we were just reading about that, Marco.
Westinghouse?
Yeah, this whole complex.
Westinghouse, this used to be a power plant back in the 1888, and it was basically a DC power plant that ran the Cleveland streetcars. And then later on, they kept building it up, and then they started to outsource it to AC, because you know DC was Edison and AC was Tesla, and so AC was a lot better. They could have more power, and they were storing batteries in there. And then finally, they started to outsource it, and then they wanted to make it bigger, and they wouldn't give them the money they needed to make it larger. It was a DC plant, and they basically shut it down in the late 20s. Westinghouse,
1820s.
1920s, I think right around there is when they ended it. But then Westinghouse, the building we're in here, used to make what? They used to make motors and circuit breakers, and TRW was renting this place. So these buildings were rented by a lot of big time companies over the years, you know.
That's serious history with the conversion from DC to AC, or the battle between the two.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And that was basically, was it Edison and Tesla?
Edison, Tesla.
Stairs are really cool. Which ones you want? The dangerous ones or the easy ones?
The safest one.
Okay. There's some steps missing here. Be careful.
I can see the underside of them, that they're,
What?
it's all rusted out.
You ain't going up?
Yeah, why not?
I'll go just one at a time. All right? wants to do the basement first? Anybody? You got light? John, you got a light?
No.
I'm gonna take a quick peek.
Alright, he's the basement rat guy.
Yeah, I'm not big on basements. I'm not big on basements.
Alright, me neither. I mean, you know.
Lou!
Stinky place.
All right, Andy, you gonna get footage with? I'll go down. How the stairs look from out here, from looking up?
Oh, dude, they look groovy.
There's a fire in here.
Cur-
Hello?
An active
Fire, really?
burning?
Yeah, come on. I don't know if there's somebody down here or not, but I won't be alone. Come on.
See, if there's a fire, then there's probably someone here. I think there's reflection cone.
Sure?
Yeah, if you take your light off it, it doesn't go light. There's no nothing there unless your light's on it.
Check that out. Right here.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but it totally looks like it, but even just the side of the light.
There's another one over here.
Where? See a bat?
It went out.
Whoa, I didn't see this. Never been down here. This is it down here. A basement underneath that whole building we were just at. Dude.
What, it goes under, it runs
Yeah,
along?
we were walking on it.
Holy.
Hello? This is it, man. This is it right here. Look at this crap. When they used to pour the concrete, they used to just throw the bricks in there and then fill it up. These were time bombs waiting to happen. Look at that.
Holy cow.
Look at that. They weren't even like using the concrete. They were just throwing rubble and then filling it in. And for 50 years, people were walking on it. Wow. Dude, look at these. These are catacombs. We are it. This is it. We're going to find some shit down here, man. I'm going to take my sunglasses off. Can I do that?
Yeah, go for it.
Because I can't see back when I got sunglasses. Aren't you glad we came down here? Huh?
No.
What are you talking? What? Are you insane? This is what you look for, man.
Oh yeah, there's light, dude. This is where we walked in. Cause that crate was over that, and I saw that little
You
hole. and I was
have
like,
any clue how dangerous that is? Walking up there?
Look at that. Your core light way down there. Yeah, if the ceiling goes. Look at that, dude. Look at that.
Oh, man.
Well, I'm sure that's not healthy.
Ugh.
Oh, come on. This is all full of bad.
Yeah,
This, chemicals.
barrels are probably very chemical waste. Man.
They give you radioactive stuff here. You know.
I'm sure.
I'm gonna go that way. This was like this may have been like an access mechanical tunnel, you know?
Right.
For, they had knob and tube wiring, old wiring in here. That was the old steam pipes. Do you fit through here? I don't know if I can fit through here. Let me give it a shot.
Oh yeah, we got it, man. And raccoon feces.
Oh, there's no raccoons in here.
No?
No. There's gotta be food, man. There's no rats either. Only time you have rats.
When there's something for them to eat.
Yeah, they ain't gonna just hang out in a abandoned building. They're not stupid. You know?
They're not stupid like us.
This floor is pretty cool. Think of all that weight that's on that basement we were just on.
All of this, right?
No, no, that out there. That's going to collapse. So you're the last one that's probably gone down there.
All the way up, man.
All the way up.
All the way up.
It's pretty cool. John, all the way up, all right? 2 flights.
Nice ladder, dude.
So, it looks like
We're not
these
getting
are-
in.
We're not getting in. It looks like these are fresh bars or recently.
That's brand new mortar.
Yeah.
Portland cement. I mean, it's like they just bar this in. This was an opening. Probably somebody kicked in. That's how people were getting in. And this is an old funeral home.
Yep. House of Wills. Guy was indicted.
Yes. He did he have,
They
he had a
were-
crematorium or
They were they were cremating people, taking people's money, and not giving the ashes.
The right
up, or
ashes.
The right ash. Yeah.
yeah.
Total mix-up of people.
So I remember the news about 10, 15 years ago. They came in there and there was like little urns all over, all mixed up ashes of people here and there. I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was like mixed up ashes and people weren't getting the right people's ashes. And then they just shut this whole funeral home down.
Not that you could tell, but still, you know, the integrity of these guys, you know, giving ashes to breathing people, you know, I mean, when we got my dad's ashes, I was thankful we got his ashes.
His ashes.
Right. You know, not somebody
But
else.
now, you know, today you said that they take ashes and they make diamonds out of them too, right?
Yeah, they can do that. Yeah, there's all types of, you know, the fun science. Yeah, we were here in the winter, and we literally climbed up a staircase. It was a little bit of a challenge, but we got in. The door was wide open, which you can see they boarded it up now.
Hey.
And we walked right into the sanctuary. And the entire floor, the hardwood floors were stripped out, and it was like a 15-foot drop. So we were literally right there at the altar making photographs into the sanctuary. It was pretty cool.
This was an observatory. And Warner Swayze, and they had like one telescope, and then years later they had another one, and then I think it was in the 50s. What happened was they couldn't see the stars anymore because Cleveland's skyline was building the 60s and keep building up, and so it was no longer effective. And then what they did is they ended up moving one of the telescopes to, was it somewhere in Painesville? Somewhere in
Hiram. There's one in Hiram. There's one at Baldwin Wallace.
And they moved
because of light pollution.
Light pollution, and they moved one out west. But I wish I brought my stuff on this because I forget. It's been about a year.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That's the gist of it?
No, there's more.
Oh.
So what happened is, today somebody bought the house, and when we bought this, it's going to turn into a house. So when we go through the back, you're going to see he was spending a ton of money on it. And he apparently got indicted for some kind of mortgage fraud, and now he's in jail. So this is his house. I believe he still owns it, and he's in jail. And you'll see where he started doing some work in the lower level. We're going to go in through the lower level. There are several levels, a lot of stairwells, and there's 2 observatories, all concrete. That's a lot of graffiti. Very cool. You probably want to hear something more intelligent than that, right?
No, not at all.
All right.
Yeah. Your phone, sir?
Come in. Yes, you can.
Hold on. Cool.
This one's smaller. The other one's cooler. The other one's actually bigger. What's up to you?
This would be a good home theater.
Oh yeah.
This was part of Case at one point, I think.
The sign up there says Warner.
Oh, projection room.
Yeah.
Dimmer relay. dimmer motor, floodlights.
The up. Yep.
Stepping on a frog. There's a bunch of kids going up the hill. There's a ladder for you, Michael.
That's the kids use that for straight in the tree.
Ain't nobody gonna lead the way. Except for you and me to make the differences. We're trying to see and take control of our own minds.
How many people got control of their mind?
Take control of our own minds. Start letting them shape and mold them till we go blind.
Unlock your brain and set your mind stay free. Set your mind stay free. Unlock your brain and set your mind stay free.
Urine.
If you bring this to school today, they put you on Ritalin because that's what Common Core does. They data mine you, and if you got one of these, you might kill somebody with a ray gun. I mean, that's what's going on in America today. No more squirt guns. They're dangerous, deadly, and you need to be medicated if you own these. Don't let your kids bring these to school.